Administration, meanwhile, is struggling to stem the fallout from revelations that top national security officials in the U.S. discussed sensitive attack plans over a messaging app and mistakenly added a journalist to that chain. There's been even more fallout to that scandal from here in Europe. The German newspaper Der Spiegel says the private data of top U.S. security advisors was able to be accessed online. We're going to talk more about this with our Berlin correspondent, Nick Holsworth. Nick, first of all, what exactly did Der Spiegel find, and how did they find it?
Well, they found the email addresses, private phone numbers, numbers for Signal, for WhatsApp apps, and other social media apps for Pete Hesketh, the Defense Secretary, Mike Waltz, the National Security Advisor, and Tulsi Gabbard, the head of the National Security Agency. And a lot of this information they found through commercially available websites where you can pay. You basically send the LinkedIn account profile of somebody, and you pay a company, typically a marketing company, that has information, phone numbers and email addresses for computer sales and other kind of commercial activities, and you receive that information back. And there's also an awful lot of hacked information on the dark web, which is also accessible if you know how. And Der Spiegel was able to apparently very easily access information for Pete Hesketh, including a WhatsApp account with a picture of him shirtless with some children around him. They checked that it was him using facial recognition software. And that account was only very recently deleted. They found passwords for all of these people. They didn't actually use those passwords. They were quite careful about protecting the privacy of these people who seem so careless about their own privacy. And all of this information is out there and easily available. And this is, I would call it, good old-fashioned journalism. They sat around the newsroom and said, these people are very careless. Let's see how easy it is to find out a little bit more information about them. Went about it, and there you go. Within 24 hours of the story going wide, with the Atlantic magazine publishing the full text of the signal group that the editor was included in on those attacks on Houthi targets in Yemen, within 24 hours, Der Spiegel has a big scoop.
So, Nick, what kind of response has there been to this latest twist in this story?
Well, so far, apparently no response from the White House. I doubt that they're going to respond to it. But certainly on the German side, they contacted all of those involved. They've didn't get a response from everyone, but they did make them aware that they had obtained their private information. It's worth noting that Der Spiegel says that Tulsi Gabbard apparently was a little bit more careful. She had removed her information from these commercial websites. She'd put a block on that, but that didn't stop them fairly easily finding her phone numbers and account details of social media accounts. And as I said, the Pete Hesketh case, the Defense Secretary of the USA, very easy to find his information, his private emails, phone numbers, etc.
Nick, thank you for that. Nick Holsworth there reporting from Berlin.